What's up, everyone? Apparently, I went to the wrong scene here, so let's switch it over to the right one. How you guys doing? How's it going? Good evening. We're live officially this time. We're not being lied to by Twitch. We're actually live. We're here. For 2 hours this morning, Twitch was telling everyone that we were live, and we were not. We were nowhere near the computer. OBS was shut down. I disabled walk-ins. Yes, Captain. I did. We disabled the blurps. We disabled all the sounds, the alerts, everything, because you can leave. You can leave. We're trying to be a little more courteous to the guests. Do you know how many videos that I can't use because of walk-on blurps during these interviews? Every single one of them. I can't pull the audio. I can't pull the audio because a walk-on blurb would literally pop on the moment someone was asking a question or someone would redeem an alert, and I was like, no, we're going to allow you guys. You can change the room. You can change the room color. But anything that's going to trigger audio is being held off for 1 hour. You can handle yourself, Captain Redbeard. You can handle yourself. You can handle this. I know. You want to get the boops. You want to get the rar and all that good stuff in there. But unfortunately, I want to be able to hear what Westphal says, and I want him to be able to answer his questions without being rudely interrupted by people like Captain Redbeard, who wants to boop in the middle of a conversation or hydrate me to death. So on these StreamTalk nights, we are going to disable all the alerts. Don't worry, they'll be back in the morning. You'll be able to hydrate the hell out of me all that you want in the morning. We'll be good to go. You can turn off ducking. Ducking's already turned off. It's already been turned off. Don't tell me what to do. Listen, I have been up and ready for this all day. We didn't forget a thing today. You know how I know that? Because I've had to check everything like 6 times. So we're good. We're good. Ducking's turned off. My compressor's turned off. Don't tell me what to do, Captain. But thank you for the reminder. I know you're looking out for me, but thank you for the reminder. Thank you. So, before we get over to the interview, I wanted to say welcome. I had to play Grammar Nazi on Facebook. Have fun with that. There's a lot of it. I wanted to say welcome. We're going to be talking with Westphal404, who is a good friend of ours here in the community. He's been following us for a while, and we've been following him, and he's seen tremendous growth, especially in the last couple months. And some guy, you don't know him, Mad Max. He's not that important. But he has seen some significant growth. He's starting to get some traction. He's starting to figure out who he is in the streaming industry, and I think he'd be a great person to talk to. Error, Westphal not found. Error, Westphal404. So we're gonna be talking with Westphal tonight. But first, did you guys get alerted that I was live? If you didn't get alerted and you only got the Discord, please let me know, because I've been hearing back and forth. You got the alert. Okay, Mad Max got the alert. I know Twitch is being weird today. I know it, so I'm just kind of like, but it was for you actually. Yes, we're actually live. So I didn't get the alert on my phone yet. You got both. I think it went off like 3 times this morning. Yes, unfortunately. Well, Captain, listen, Captain, Discord was my alert. It's not alerting Shadow, so there's one. Well, it might be delayed too. So who knows? But we're gonna bring in here Westphal in a second. But before we do that, I'm sorry we didn't get to do anything this morning. I hope you guys had a good morning. I hope you guys were productive today. I tried to get a lot done, but I felt like most of my evening wasn't. But yeah, weird day on Twitch. Westphal, I think, was the only one that out of our friends that didn't get affected by it. He was streaming strong while everyone else was kicked off of Twitch. People couldn't connect on Twitch. He was literally the only person on my friends list that was still going. Papa Cron got knocked off. We couldn't even get on. And when we when we gave up, Twitch was like, "Hey, an hour later, guess what? You're live." even though, so you mean he hacked Twitch? I think so. He hacks marbles. He can't seem to hack my God mode though. He can't hack my God mode. He doesn't get the God status. One day he will. One day. So, but I wanted to let people get some time to come in. I wanted to get you guys an opportunity to kind of get in here. Good thing is all the blurbs, all the audio is off, so we can pretty much go right into it. Talk with Westphal. You get to see his beautiful, beautiful face. Unfortunately, he is not. He's not wearing the dress up that we've grown to know and love by Westphal. So it's gonna be a little disappointment. I'm sorry, but maybe next time. Maybe next time we can get him to dress up in drag, just for the interview when he hits his 1,000 follower mark. So we'll do that then. So, but without further ado, we're gonna bring Westphal in here, and let's make sure that we got the audio on here. Westphal, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, you can hear me, but I can't hear him. Why can I hear you? Did you guys hear him? Did you guys hear him all right? Westphal?
Hello?
Oh, shit, that was loud as hell. Damn, right in my ear. So, apparently my headphones had a moment of catch up. And so when you talk again, I turn them all the way up. You hear him. I hear him too. How you doing, Westphal? Thank you for
I'm
joining.
doing well.
Thank you for joining.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining StreamTalk. I'm gonna do that with air quotes because the name might change. It's growing on me. It's growing on me. We wanted to change it up from Real Talk because it's taken. Real Talk is taken, and I think I see more and more people doing Real Talk. I was like, I kind of want to do something a little separate. So let's. You're the first one on Stream Talk that is not going to be interrupted by the likes of Captain Redbeard and his incessant booping.
Oh man.
So, but again, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining in Stream Talk today. Let's talk a little bit about your journey into streaming. When did you get started?
So I started late July on Facebook when I started. I think it was like around like the very end, like the 27th, 28th, around there, I think was my first stream.
Yeah. And when did you decide to move over to Twitch?
It was the 25th of September was my first Twitch stream.
25th of September. So we almost went over to Twitch around the same time. I think you were just like a week behind me, or a week ahead of me technically.
Yeah.
What was your reason for moving? I'm wondering if it's the same reason that I was.
Yeah, just a lot of it was the algorithm changing. I know I was starting to see some spikes in growth and viewership, engagement, all that, and then all of a sudden the algorithm changed and it just all went away. I was getting no engagement except for, my core people, no new people introduced into the stream. So I figured, why not? I'll dual stream for a little,
Yeah.
I think I did like 2 dual streams, and at the time I was running 1 monitor. So doing that and reading chat from my phone was very problematic for me. So
Yes.
I was just like, I'll just do a week on Twitch and I'll come back and, do a week on Facebook. And the week just turned into a full-time move.
Nice. I think I remember you had a channel point thing going on to save up for the second monitor.
Yeah.
For a while there. And what is up, J-Man07? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. We're talking with Westphal tonight about his journey. So, pretty early, I feel like we ended up getting connected pretty early on in your Twitch debut, because I found you on Twitch. I didn't find you on Facebook. I think I found you on Twitch.
No, you found me on Facebook.
I found you on Facebook. See?
Yep.
It's been that long.
It has.
Wow.
We were both on Facebook.
Okay. Yeah, because we moved around the same time. I started in October, first week of October, and you were like right the week before. So, since moving to Twitch, what has the journey been like?
So at first it was kind of rough, not gonna lie, really scary coming over to a platform and just kind of throwing away all the hard work that I put in before that on Facebook. Granted, I wasn't doing stuff the right way then, but it was still a lot of hard work. So it was really just very nerve wracking coming over to a whole new platform, trying to start
Hmm.
over, build a whole new community. Um, but as I went on, it was a very positive experience for me.
Yeah.
I didn't get any negatives, so I really enjoyed moving over, and I honestly wish I would have started over here.
Uh, I think most of us. I actually started on Twitch in 2019, but I didn't stream for very long on here. Like I didn't do many things because I thought Facebook would have had much faster growth. Now you mentioned something about when you were on Facebook that you did it kind of the wrong way. Uh, would you like to elaborate a little bit more on that? What were some of the things that you did that you felt wasn't the right way?
So as far as networking goes, it was non-existent. Facebook has a lot of those groups where it's like, poster going live,
Mm-hmm.
follow for follow, all that stuff. And I got kind of wrapped up on and all that, and I was really excited about it because it helped me get level up status.
Yep.
Um, so I could get stars. But other than that, there was no really building relationships, anything like that. It was just like, let me link drop on all these pages and hope some people come.
Mm-hmm. Which is obviously you might get some views and things like that, but the engagement tends not to really be there. And if people do stop in, they never come back,
Yeah.
which was one thing that I noticed about Facebook versus Twitch. Now, not to say that you can't find success on Facebook. So anyone that's streaming on Facebook, obviously you can because there are people that are doing it and seeing success at it. Um, that's not how you do it. No, no, Mad Max. Even though that's how we all did it. I'm not gonna lie. I got involved with that too. Even though I was like, I knew that it wasn't fully beneficial, but at the same time, like when you first get started, you do want to see the numbers. Like you want to see people watching. You want to see your view count go up. Because when I first started streaming, I had one person in my chat. It was Mad Max. Like it was and I had audio issues galore. So, which brings me to my second segue over here. What kind of issues did you have when you first started?
I mean, you came in on one of them. I was actually trying to get my capture card audio going for my PlayStation, and you came in and helped me out with that. Um, that and just, figuring out everything with streaming, even with I use slobs to start with.
Mm-hmm.
I don't use it anymore, obviously, but even that, as dumbed down as it is, was difficult for me in the
Yeah,
initial startup. I didn't know anything about, making alerts or how alerts worked, any of that. It was just like, oh, this is the package they give you. Okay, I'll just throw that in there. I
yeah.
knew literally nothing, did no research into anything. It was just go live and hope stuff works.
Which I was going to kind of follow up with that. What was the mentality like when you first got into streaming? What made you want to start streaming? Like, what was the thought process behind that?
Well, I mean, obviously a lot of us get into it. We like gaming. Um, that's only part of it. I really enjoy talking to people. So, I mean, not all the time. I love it over, you know, online. I love
Yeah.
that aspect. I've worked in customer service for so long, that's really the only reason I've stayed in it is because I love interactions with people. Obviously, you're going to find bad people here and there, but overall, the ones that you have that are really good, those
Mm-hmm.
interactions, those relationships you build with people, I love it.
And I think one of the comments that I've always made to you is watching you stream from pretty much almost your beginning. I'm not going to say I was there from the beginning because I think it was probably several weeks into it on Facebook. Um, but kind of watching you from there until now, I mentioned it to you. I was like, "There's tremendous, like you've made tremendous strides." I think we both have really, like we've
Yeah.
been kind of growing together in this, and what do you feel was like one of the biggest things that kind of finally sunk in and clicked for you that you started really seeing that growth that you were looking for?
I mean, honestly, for me, it's when we talk about and say, chat comes first, your community comes first. But you can say that all you want, but until it actually starts becoming a thing, until you do it, then you're not going to see anything.
Yeah.
And I think once I started really realizing that is when I started to see a big change
Hmm.
as far as my techniques for streaming.
Yeah, and but at the same time, how long did it really take you to get comfortable with that?
Um, I'm still not, honestly. I mean, I'm trying
Thank
to get
you.
better at it
Thank
every
no, no,
day.
no. That
I
was
mean,
that was kind of a loaded question, but I wanted to thank you because there's a lot of people that think that we get comfortable, and we do to a certain extent. I think we get better at hiding our discomfort. That's really kind of what it is. Like we start to get a little bit better with the discomfort because once we get going, then it gets a little bit easier. Because it's like, oh yeah, I've done this before. I'm good now. But when you first start the stream or when you're getting prepped for the stream, there's a lot of nerves that still happen, like, even for me to this day. And gosh, we stream all the time now.
yeah.
Like we stream all the time, and we still have those nerves. So anyone that is brand new, trust me, we go through it still. There's always that level of discomfort. There's always a little bit of discomfort, but we also thrive on that discomfort. That's what makes us better. So
Okay.
if you keep yourself in a level of discomfort and you keep pushing, you get used to it, but you keep going a little bit more and you get better. And that was something that we talked about, Westfall. You are way more engaging with your chat now than you were in the beginning,
Oh yeah.
like tremendously. I tuned to your stream and I was like, dude, I'm hooked. Like, this is fun. Um, you've also changed up your focus a little bit too. When we first met,
Yeah.
you were playing Apex a lot and things like that. What kind of changed for you? Like, what kind of things did you kind of change up in your repertoire, so to speak?
I mean, well, a lot of it is, when you want to be a variety streamer, it's hard to not get caught in one game. Especially, you want to play the games that are popular, stuff like that. See if you can get some people in. And as much as I love Apex, I still play it every now and then. That's not really a game I could see myself playing consistently.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I kind of stopped that, started to do something that I really like, which is playing horror games or talking about horror because it's part of me. It's something that I really enjoy, and it helps me build a community of people that are, like-minded to say
Yes,
something.
yes,
Um, so that way I'm enjoying myself, and they can come in here and they can enjoy themselves.
yeah. And like I said, we've talked about you've been looking at the horror angle for months. Like even before you really kind of fully encapsulate that into your stream, it was an area that you wanted to go, but I think you were hesitant in the beginning to kind of just go full speed ahead on that.
Yeah,
now,
for
now,
sure.
now that you're kind of embracing that, um, how does I mean, what is the thought process like when you finally embraced it? How did that make you feel? Like, were you relieved? Was it like you're like, oh crap, this is actually working, or like, how did you feel about doing something that you were more passionate about? Which is
It, it
it sounds like a loaded
honestly,
question, but
um, I had issues prior to switching to this, where I was getting burnout,
yeah,
and just consistently doing the same thing over and over. It was something that was fun, but I could see that it was starting to not be fun anymore.
yeah,
This is stuff that's fun for me, even if I'm not streaming.
yeah,
Stuff that I enjoy all the time, that I could sit here and continuously do this for years and not get tired of it. So I mean, it honestly makes me look forward to my streams more. I enjoy them. I mean, I could stream to 0 people and still, be super happy with the content
yeah.
that I've made because it's
That's
something that I would enjoy.
that's awesome, and that's important too, because we get in this. I know a lot of streamers that get into games like Call of Duty, Apex, um, and all these really high popular content because they see the bigger streamers doing it. And they're like, I need to be playing what they're playing because they're playing and they're popular. So therefore, this is what I need to be playing. And it is a little fun in the beginning. Let's be honest. Like, we had fun playing those games in the beginning. But at some point, we're like, okay, this kind of sucks a little bit. Like, I'm not even having fun. And when you stop having fun with your community, even if you just stop having fun with the game, your community notices too. which is huge. If they see you're not enjoying their time with you, they're not going to want to stick around. Now you've carved out a niche in the horror area, and you don't get nearly as scared as I do. Obviously, we've tried, we've tried, but you get scared, but not at the level that I do, and which is why I don't play them every single day. I can't handle it like you can. You're a much braver man than me. I'm just gonna be
It's
honest.
it's just something I've grown up with, you know. I remember as a kid watching Tales from the Crypt. So, you know, it's just something since I was a little kid that I enjoyed.
Hmm.
You know, I've said on my stream, you know, I'm the person going through the haunted house that's just in awe of all the work that was put into it, you know.
Yeah,
Look at that thing over there. Look at that blood spatter on the wall, you know. That's me.
nice. So what would you say is the biggest mistake you've made thus far in your streaming, like since we started?
Um, Honestly, it was the networking thing. And I just really didn't understand how important it was for the fact that, you know, you make amazing friendships. You know, I've met some great people, you, Captain, you know, Mad Max. I've just so many people, Seif, all you guys. Um, oh, she's talking about while I carry her through the haunted house. But yeah, just all the amazing people I've met, you know, that I wouldn't even care if they came to my streams
Hmm.
just because I built that relationship with them, you know,
Yeah,
and I just enjoy talking to them, you know, if we play games off stream, whatever. That's the
yeah,
thing that, you know, the biggest mistake I made, you know, not just that, hey, come check out my stream or I stream, pop into somebody's stream, hey, I'm getting ready to go live if you want to come by and check it out
yeah.
and not even get to know them.
Which is something that everyone does, especially in the beginning. Like we all go through it. We all go through that awkward phase where we feel a little desperate for the attention, and we want people to see our content, and we're so focused on trying to get viewers that we forget that there's a whole relationship side to growing a community, and unfortunately most people don't realize this for a very long time. Some people don't ever think about this for years, and they get frustrated and stressed out, and they're like, streaming is not for me. I mean, there's many other reasons why streaming isn't for anyone, for certain people. But the networking thing, it's not about your links. And that was something we talked about too. Like, you really have your own community. Like, you really do. And obviously, you're a big part of ours. I'm part of yours. And we kind of all run in the same circles. But you also have your own separate community as well, geared around the horror niche, um, which is incredible. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I think it's awesome that it's something you don't see a lot on streams. At least I don't see it very often. So you have that unique take. And since then, you've really started to grow, especially recently. When did you really start noticing a tremendous spike in your growth?
Really, it was probably about a month ago. I started seeing more consistent growth with followers. My engagement was slowly going up, and now I'm seeing my, you know, viewer count go up,
Hmm.
which is great. I really love it. But just, you know, the engagement is the big thing for me. So it's just in this last month that I've been really noticing it.
Yeah. Which is one of the reasons why I asked you to come on here too. Because I've been noticing it too, Westfall. I was like, man, he's really you've kind of been doing this early morning stream as well. You've kind of been doing that a lot longer than most of us that switched to mornings, and it's really been working for you. Like you have your following, and it's awesome. Sorry, excuse me, but yeah, so you got a lot of people in here just saying, "Hey, what's up?" Queen Savvy's in here, Ryan's in here, Flush Golf, J Man, of course, Wipey's in here, Alpha the Ninja. How are you guys doing? I didn't want to ignore you guys. We know you're
Yeah,
here. We
I see
did
you.
turn off all the walk-on blurbs. I'm sorry. I know you guys love it so much, especially you, Steve Cinema, with your "I smell like beef." Um, but I didn't want to, you know, interrupt Westfall when he's talking about his journey. So, but as we're gonna continue here, what do you think is the biggest piece of advice besides networking? Because you can't fall back on that for a second one in
Yeah.
a row. So,
No.
um, what is your biggest piece of advice you would give to someone that's just getting started in it wants to start streaming and take it seriously?
So biggest thing for me, especially that's helped with this growth that I've had lately is, always try and do something different. Every day, try and do something different. Try your ideas that you think are really stupid. Try
Mm-hmm.
them. They might be great. Um, if they don't work, then move on to the next one. But I'm constantly trying to think of new channel point stuff to do, ways
Mm-hmm.
to engage with my chat, all that. It's just try new things. It doesn't hurt.
Yeah, and it's popping up on the screen over here. Of course, he's trying to turn my room red over here. Stop it, Big B. There you go, buddy. I turned it off. Okay. Now, if you guys do have questions for Westfall at any point in time, you can actually type them in chat, and we'll make sure that we ask Westfall any questions that you have. As long as they're not overly offensive, you can get personal. You can ask him about anything you want to. There's no limits here unless it's like really really bad, and then we're gonna be like, no, we're not gonna do that. So
BigFalls.com.
think the normal bar. Then we're gonna be up here, and then this is the line you can't cross up here. Okay, so we told Westfall that I was gonna ask him all the hard questions, and that
Right.
we're gonna make him really really nervous tonight. So if you have a really good question or something really really unique, I know Wifey has a few that she's just been drumming up and waiting to ask you. Um, so, but we'll get to those questions here in a little bit. So you moved to variety streaming now. What is your current schedule? So that way, anyone that doesn't know who you are can. This actually might work. Let's see here. What's your current stream schedule?
So I am streaming Tuesday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern to 1 p.m. Eastern.
Tuesday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern to 1 p.m. Eastern. Nice. Okay. Which is so you only stream 4 days a week.
Yeah, I leave myself the fifth day, Monday, to work on stuff outside of stream. So whether it be some issues that I've noticed during my streams in the
Mm-hmm.
past week, coming up with new ideas, networking, that type of stuff. You got to budget your time out for that stuff.
Yes. Yes. There's a lot that goes into streaming, as you're probably figuring out. That it's not just about gaming. It's really, or just going live and playing a video game. There's so much work that goes into streaming. But Ryan asked, what has been your favorite game to play on stream so far?
Um, Probably Resident Evil 7. I mean, I've honestly played through it twice. I played through it once on Facebook and loved it, and played through it again on here and loved it again. Just because I think it's a good game, but just the chat interaction with it, like you guys love trying to scare me, and I think that's the only game where I've actually gotten you guys have gotten jump scares out of me. So,
We have clips of those, right? Somewhere.
possibly.
Chat, chat. If
I
you,
don't
for your
I don't
your
physically
your
move as much as you do. It's more internal.
got it. Okay, because I'm like my entire mouse shakes. when
Yeah, I'm
when
not
you
that.
get me, like I go into full on protect the face mode. Um, it's I don't get it. It's what is this? But Duchess Gummy Bugs, welcome. Your most memorable moment streaming.
I would probably have to say, my first stream. That's the one that started it all. I actually went back and watched it.
What was that like?
Oh, it was god awful. It was so bad. But you gotta appreciate where you came from.
True.
You gotta look at your past stuff to see what you're doing wrong, what you can change, what you can improve on. But without that, there's nothing. Without that first
Yeah.
stream, I'm not here.
It's true. It's true. One of the nice things about looking back on your early streams, because I've done it too, and it is god awful as well. Trust me, it's bad. But you also get to see where you started and where you're at now. You can really see the progress you've made. Whether it's technical visual, just from a professional standpoint? Like how is your setup now compared to when you first started? I know you just changed your setup recently, and
Yeah,
I love the background.
yeah.
So,
Gotta incorporate all that stuff. You know, the bookshelf of doom was over out of frame.
mhm,
So I'd get up and go grab something and come back and then get up and go put it back. So
yeah. So as you progress, there becomes a point where you start to build things around the stream. It's like, oh, this will be kind of cool in there. Like, well, we're gonna include that in there. What's your favorite channel point redemption? Not for your stream, not in just in ever, but we'll get to that. We'll ask that one next, actually. But what's your favorite channel point redemption you have on your own stream right now?
personally, it's not Black Parade Thief. It's the bookshelf of doom because it's like I said, it's stuff I enjoy. Like I
Yeah,
have it because it's stuff that I love.
yeah.
So it's stuff that I love talking about with chat. You know, maybe I can say something that you didn't know, but yeah, that's my personal favorite.
What is Black
Chat
Parade?
is so you
I,
remember the
yes,
wig
I was
from
gonna say,
the
is
yeah.
this like, are you gonna be like lip syncing My Chemical Romance or something?
Yeah, it's just, you know, being my best emo self is what it is.
Got it.
Cat loves that one. I even have
We
a
couldn't
snap
even,
filter that
you
does
couldn't
like the
even give us
running
that
eye
tonight.
makeup. No.
He's like, no, no. What is the best channel point redemption you've ever seen from another streamer? Anybody? It's not just anyone, because there's been some really unique ones out there. I've seen some really good ones.
I so we were just in his stream, but I love Gunther. Gunther's so
Yes.
fun.
When
Um
when I think of some of the best ones, I go to Shotgun's stuff. He is
yeah,
his. They're so just unique. You gotta love them.
yeah.
It's such a fun time there, and it's we love sharing our community with everyone else, and Shotgun is a huge part of this community too. Um, and when we started showing him off to everyone else, dude, it's just hard not to fall in love with the guy. He's just so
No,
much fun.
you can't. It's
So much fun. Um, so what streamers? I'm not gonna put you. I was gonna put you on the spot. I was gonna say what streamers you watch often. But I think that no, we won't answer that question. So, because some people might get offended. What do you mean you don't watch me all the time?
I'm all over the place. I'm sure a lot of you guys know. You see my name in all sorts of
I
chats,
There'll be
all the
times I go into
discords,
a
all
stream and
that.
like fucking Westfall's here again. So he is everywhere. I think he's got like tabs open of just every streamer, and it's just like, yeah, we're watching them all. We're watching them all.
3 gigs of RAM for my 500 Chrome tabs that I have open.
So what is the future hold for Westfall? What are your big goals?
Um, I mean, after talking with you, after seeing some growth, I mean, I'm really trying to push myself. I know I was trying to look at, you know, pushing my viewers up, and the goal that I initially set for myself was like 15 by like mid this year, and I think that was last month. I was looking at
Hmm.
that. I'm already there.
Yeah.
So I mean, after me and you talked, I really want to just try and be at like partner levels by the end of this year. I would love to
Hmm.
be, you know, 70 average viewers end of the year. Um, definitely over, you know, we'll say like 1.5K followers by the end of the year, at least.
Yeah.
I mean, right now I'm looking, I think this past 30 days, I've hit 250 followers
Nice.
just in the last 30 days. So
And for those wondering, I'm just gonna ask this: what do you think? How do you think you got all those followers? Or how did you get all those followers? It's a loaded question, right?
yeah. Um, so really it's been by finding my niche. So just really embracing the horror aspect that I'm going for and just being way more engaging in chat, trying to produce content that's valuable, you know, stuff that you're going to come in and you're going to be entertained by, stuff that you want to watch, stuff that I like to watch. Um, just trying to improve the content that I'm putting out and bigfollows.com.
I was gonna say
Um,
I was gonna like wait till you're done and be like wrong. It's Big
yeah.
Follows. BigFollows.com. Everyone knows this. Everyone knows this.
I actually visited the site today too.
Did you really? I've
Yes,
never.
I did.
I haven't even gone that far.
So,
He's like,
in case
can
you didn't
we?
know, you can buy or 50 subscribers for $70. And for
Wow.
$8 an hour, you can have 150 viewers.
Don't do this, guys.
Yeah,
Seriously.
don't do that. Don't do that.
I know it sounds, you're like, wow, that sounds amazing.
It's
It
horrible.
doesn't,
It's the worst
it
idea
doesn't
ever.
do anything for you. I'm gonna promise you that it won't do anything for you other than give you uh, a fake sense of accomplishment. Alpha the Ninja's like, sign me up.
Yeah. No,
We're there, bitch.
that's like trying to inflate your tire with your lungs, like your car tire with your lungs. That's pretty much what you're trying to do there.
I think this calls for a big follows alert. It does not because it's inactive. All of the audio alerts are inactive for a reason, Big B. But maybe at the end we'll do a big follows alert. If one comes in here, I might have to turn it on because we all know.
You gotta see it in action.
We're gonna see it in action. But
I've been waiting for it.
Big follows only gets activated if there's a big follow spot. So we gotta wait. We gotta wait it out. It's a time. It's a random thing that's gonna happen, but it will happen. We know it. Sometimes we get 2. Sometimes we get 3 in a row. Sometimes we don't get any. It's the way it works, Big B. That's the way it works. So, but you have some big goals. Partner numbers by the end of the year. That's a big goal, but it's not impossible. If you just keep pushing forward and doing the things that you need to do, you'll see those numbers. We kind of share very similar goals. We want to continue putting out more. What kind of content do you have? I mean, are you going to continue with the horror path? Is there anything new that you're trying to come out with? Or am I asking secret questions that we shouldn't know about yet?
No secret questions. I'm really I talk about what stuff I want to do on my streams usually anyways, because I get so excited about them. But really it's just looking for the next game to play. I want to start being more engaging in my Discord. I had some ideas of, instead of doing my watch parties that I tried to do on Twitch here, I wanted to try and do some on Discord. Because that way it can be more interactive. On mobile, you can't do the watch parties for Twitch.
Yeah.
So just stuff that I want to get into more as far as Discord and just more stuff I can do on Twitch. I'm always looking for new extensions and new channel point rewards.
I think that's something we never really not do. I think we're always brainstorming and just trying to come up with new ideas and be like, what can I do that's going to be fun and entertaining? That's not going to kill me. It's pretty much, well, that's my thought process. That's where my thought process is anymore. I'm like, how can I torture myself but not kill myself, but still entertaining? Mocha for Life, how are you doing tonight? You're interviewing the man that scares the hell out of you. Yes, we almost canceled. The Twitch universe almost canceled this, by the way. Twitch was like, I don't know why you would do this. But yes, we're interviewing the man that scares the hell out of me. His wife is here, but we've turned off all alerts, so you ain't getting me today, bitch. So
don't come up with the really smart idea of putting a community challenge for channel points to do the one chip challenge. That's something that I learned from.
Or just set it really, really high.
Yeah.
Because I did the same thing. Well, not for the one chip challenge. It was for a 24-hour stream, I think it was. But you think you're like, oh, that's not a lot of points. But then you realize, wow, these people have a lot of points. So they just throw it all together. You're like, that was like less than a day. What happened?
Wifey was the worst about it. It was like every stream, right when I started, Wifey has donated 2K to the one chip challenge. It's like, great, thank you.
And the one chip challenge. Now you're a spicy food person. Like I see you eating like the Packy chips and not like the one chip challenge ones, but the little packages like the ghost pepper chips and things like that. And you do those pretty easily.
They're still hot.
Yeah. So I don't need them.
Usually, like two is bearable. After that, they get pretty rough.
Yeah, but the one chip challenge was on a whole nother level.
Oh yeah, Honestly, I've said it. Anytime anybody brings it up, it's the worst decision I've ever made in my entire life, and I will regret it till I'm on my deathbed.
Thank you. Thank you.
That will be the last words from me. I shouldn't have eaten that chip. That's
There was so much
horrible.
instant regret with that. Like it is a very, very hot chip. If you can handle spicy, this is like another level to where I'm like, you might want to send a waiver or something because that is why you were gone. Again,
Okay.
butthole of America, where the internet, even hardwire connected, will still randomly. Nope. I think it was my internet this time, because my internet connection just dropped to red randomly. It could have been Twitch connection. It could have been Twitch too. Who knows? But we are back. No worries. I know you were scared. It's okay. It's okay. We're here. We got Westphal. This side, Westphal.
I'm not
Uh,
scared.
but if you didn't know, we are now live streaming.
Oh,
Just chatting. We just because we talked about big follows, right?
it
Yes.
is.
DDoSing us. Those sons of bitches. Down with you. Down with you.
Exposed their secrets, and they weren't happy about it.
Yeah. So we got about 15 more minutes, guys. So feel free to, again, ask some questions for Westphal. We're going to continue talking with Westphal as well, about some of his journey to try to think of some of the questions I haven't asked yet. But feel free to drop them in chat. Dude, my viewer thing just like popped up randomly. I turned you off. Why is it up there? I don't know. When do you get an interview? When you start seeing significant growth. It's not hard. It's I look for people that are seeing significant growth in their streaming that can provide value to people that are maybe struggling a little bit and share their journey at a level to where you can feel connected. One of the reasons I talk with, Westphal and Captain Redbeard, Papa Crund, Merkaba, Shakun, is because we're not at the level of like Stone Mountain 64, Shroud, Ninja, where you can feel really, really disconnected from their success and where you're at. We're still fairly new in the industry, and we're growing and we're seeing success, and we're getting more and more viewers, more and more followers, and with that, we can connect more with you at a level that Shroud, Ninja, Stone Mountain, all these other people might not be able to. Doesn't mean that we have all the answers because we're still learning. Trust me, there's still a lot of learning that we're doing in this, but we're able to share some of that journey, some of the mistakes that we've made to hopefully help you guys not make the same mistakes that we have done. And
Hashtag pro streamer.
yes, which doesn't work in my chat now either, just so you know. You can try it. It won't pop up. I disabled it. Shut up. I'm feeling sassy today. I think it's because I missed my stream earlier.
Probably.
I was like, I didn't get my stream in. This is stupid. Stupid Twitch. Stupid
Yeah.
Twitch. But we talked about your mistakes. We talked about your successes. What is one thing you think you've done really, really well in your streaming that you're surprised about? And if you say networking, I swear to
No.
God.
Nope.
Okay.
No. So honestly, recently it's just been my chat engagement.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell until you look back on your older content, but I love how much better I'm doing with chat engagement as opposed to how bad I did before.
Yeah. Well, there's also a bigger difference when you start seeing more people coming in than before. So when you start getting that growth, and so for those that are kind of new at trying to build their chat engagement, one of the best recommendations I've always given is get used to narrating. Narrating what you're doing, what you're thinking, what you're planning on doing. Why are you thinking of doing it this way? When you get doing that and you start to just kind of narrate out loud, anyone that pops into your stream will hear you narrating. I've been turned on to. Okay, let me rephrase this. I have been engaged with people. That's not helping.
Yeah.
I've stuck around someone's chat because they've been engaging. Let's put it that way.
There you go.
Third time, I was like, "Ooh, this is not gonna. This is Mm. Yeah.
And
So you heard
it gets
it.
so when you talk about narrating, it gets to the point now like where when I'm not streaming, when I'm just doing stuff in my head, I'm
Mm-hmm.
narrating stuff, you know,
Yeah.
or like I just randomly talk to myself, like which I did before, but now it's even worse.
Wifey.
Yeah,
But narrating is a big part of it. And narrating takes practice. It really does. Um, but it helps to fill the dead space in between when your chat is and is not chatting with you. Because some people need, you have lives, guys. Like, we know this. We know this. You have lives out there. You're doing other things. You're cooking dinner. You're wrestling with the kids. You're maybe even streaming yourself. You might be lurking, and we appreciate that. But in between the discussions that's going on, we try to fill that dead space. And if you're not doing that, get in the habit of doing that. It's going to feel really, really weird in the beginning. It feels awkward. It really does. Because you're like, I am talking to myself. Because sometimes, and you might be. How weird was it in the beginning for you to narrate and to get used to doing it?
it was god awful. Like I said, it's something I did before, but you know, there was no pressure to it because I wasn't having to worry about, you know, saying something wrong
Mm-hmm.
or, you know, like I still say stuff wrong. Wifey was complaining at me the other day because I was trying to find the word dialects and I used
Uh-huh.
just different Spanishes. Like
Mm-hmm.
people speak different Spanishes, you know? Um, so it's just something that you have to get used to. It
Mm-hmm.
takes a while. Even being in front of the camera, we said, it's just all something that you will slowly get better at with
Yeah.
practice.
And that's the big thing, guys. It's practice. It really is. You're not going to get better at something unless you do it. That's the bottom line. You're not going to get better at something unless you're doing it. Um, we got used to being behind the camera. I was probably a little bit more comfortable behind the camera because I've been there and I've done it a lot. But streaming is a whole different thing because now it's live. You're gonna mess up. You just listened to me say that I was engaged and that I got turned on, and I was like, I had to catch myself. You're gonna mess up your words.
Yeah.
You're gonna say things that can be taken out of context, and people love to clip it. So roll with it, have fun with it, know that you're gonna mess up, and be okay with it. Like, you're not gonna be perfect. It's okay. Um, but yeah, man. Again, it's been awesome watching you grow too. Um,
I love it.
just seeing you, just doing your thing, and you're like I said, you're more engaging. You're also a lot happier. Like, you are having more fun on streams now than I think you were in the beginning. Because when we, like I said, we
For
met
sure.
playing, you were playing Apex. You were very focused on Apex.
Yeah,
um,
I still have my games that I play that I focus on a little
yeah,
more, but it's just, you know, narrating through that while I'm trying to focus. And then when I get that break, coming back to chat.
yeah. Tarkov does that for me. I
Yeah.
get really
Well,
focused in Tarkov.
Hunt
Um,
Hunt Showdown.
I haven't played that one since console. So,
Yeah.
what's your favorite? Did we ask this? What's your favorite game? Not to play on stream,
Mm,
but what's
No.
your all time favorite game? You said Resident Evil 7 on stream, but what is your go to favorite game that you just, if you could play it anytime, what would it be?
Right now, it's well, not just right now, but it's been for a while. Ever since I discovered it, Hunt Showdown. I love Hunt Showdown so much. Um, just like with Tarkov, you lose everything, but I don't get frustrated at it, and I
Hmm,
think that's what I love about it.
that's good. I would
I
get
just really
frustrated. I
enjoy
would
it.
get super frustrated with it. I'd be like, no,
No, I
no.
mean, there's times I'll play it, and I'll play like 12 matches, and I'll lose all 12 of them,
Hmm.
and then I'm like, well, I don't have any gear, I don't have any money, but I have fun doing it. So,
All right, so we're gonna do one more question, and if you guys
mhm.
have any questions in the chat, feel free to ask them. What is your most embarrassing moment on stream?
Hmm. Um, it's probably the clip that you've seen, that is completely out of context. That I think chat was writing fan fiction, like erotic fan fiction about a game I was playing.
What?
And I started, I started like playing into it, and I said something, and it was clipped, and it's super embarrassing to see, and especially since it's like my most watched clip, and I'm like, this is not what my channel represents, but whatever. This is not the content you're coming for.
I'm pretty
But I
sure
guess
that
I'm
now
stuck with it now.
everyone is wanting to know about this clip. So, um, if you, wifey, you know where that clip is? Do you have that clip, wifey?
You might be sleeping.
Oh, well, she said "bow chicka bow wow" just
Oh,
not that
yeah.
long ago. So I'm hoping she might still be awake, because we might, if we have time, we might pull the clip up and share that with everyone. But yeah, man. So again, you got some big goals for the year. You've been doing. No, I don't. Just another clip. I don't think Westphal is going to give it to me. So we'll find it. We'll find it. I'll search for it. Give me a minute. Thank you, wifey. You're the best. This is why we love you. I know Captain doesn't, but we love you. Captain's probably in bed.
There you go.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna play this on stream. So for this one, I'm gonna come over. Yep, there we go. So
before we get to that, I did want to say,
hold on, I'm gonna flip out of here. Here we go. Go ahead.
I did want to say one thing to all you guys who have, either been here for a lot of the real talks when it was real talk, or are new to them. But Mighty said some things, multiple times, and it's not just because he likes saying them. It's because they're true. The networking, the finding your niche, all that. The stuff he says, it's real. It's real talk. It actually works. And he's not saying it to say it. It's something that you have to listen to. If you go and do research on streaming, it's stuff that you're going to see. It's stuff that works. And that's just, I've done a lot of research. I've been in, I think, just about all your real talks. So I know they work.
Yeah. Well, it's, again, it sounds like everyone's looking for easy. That's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of people looking for easy ways to grow. And there are certainly easy ways to grow out there, but it's not going to produce the results you're expecting. So there's a follow for follow groups. There's a support for support groups. There's a lot of like different ways. There's botting. You can, follow me. There's a whole many different avenues you can go to grow your stream. We've seen it. I've seen people with their streams. Their viewer count is abysmal, but they might have like, I saw someone's like 20, 30, 40,000 followers and nobody watching. Zero. Nobody. I just happened to click on their stream and I saw how many viewers they had. I was like, something is off. This is off. Like the numbers just don't match up. And that's when you focus on all the wrong things. They weren't focused on relationships. They weren't focused on making friendships. I said this earlier today. I'm like, no, I was talking with Banny. We were sharing things. I was like, listen, focus less on treating people like a number and focus on making friendships. True, real friendships, like genuine friendships. Westphal, I consider him one of my friends. He's on this side. Westphal, I consider him one of my friends. I hate how this thing's reversed because you're over here for me and it's not. It's over there. So
over there?
Yes, there. Captain Redbeard is one of my friends. Mad Max is one of my friends. Everyone in this chat pretty much I consider a friend. And if you're going out there in just hopes that people are going to follow you, you're treating them like a number. And they know that. And if you treat someone like a number and not like a person and not like a friend, they won't give a shit what you're playing. They don't care to watch you. And we see this when we do raids. When you go and raid someone and someone's just kind of there and they don't really care. Like you can kind of tell if someone's really not that appreciative. They're just like, oh my God, I got raided. Which usually happens to me way more often than
Welcome to the Irish Mafia.
So, yes. But what happens? No one goes back to them. They don't care. Because unless they show and they show that they care about you, and look what happened, Mocha. You're here. You're here because you're not only were you excited, but you're also a part of the community now. You became one of the community. You became a friend. We didn't treat you like a number. When you come in here, we don't treat you like a number. Like, we appreciate everyone in here equally. Whether you're in here once a week, once a month, once a year, you're appreciated. You're not just a view count. You're not just a follower. Like, you're a part of the community, and we try to strive and help each other. I love watching Westphal grow. He's got more followers than I do. And I'm like, dude, don't stop. Keep going. I did the same thing to Papa Crunch. I love seeing people excel and doing better. We're not a competition. I'm not competing against Westphal. He's doing his thing and he's killing it. I'm fucking proud of him. Sorry, I wanted this to be PG. I got a little excited. Sorry. I'm proud of the results that he's getting. He's doing amazing, and I want to see him continue. And we talk privately all the time. Not all. I mean, we talk periodically, at least once or twice a week, I would say. That is all the time. That's way more than I talk to that's way more than I talk to my own family.
Yeah.
I talk to you guys more than I talk to my family sometimes. So
second family.
Pretty much. You guys, I love you guys. Doc Deadlifts, how you doing, buddy? Thank you for hopping in here. But without further ado, let's get to that clip that we kind of somewhat seen.
It's not the visual, it's the audio.
It's okay. We're going to get the visual too. I'm going to pop this up here. Let's go back to the beginning. We're going to turn this all the way up.
Oh, he said, first scream was a moan, yeah. Harder, choke me.
What?
I mean, what?
Harder, choke me.
Yeah.
Your most popular clip has nothing to do with horror.
Yeah.
It's all right.
So this is my community now. It's like, let me check out this clip, see what this guy's about. Yeah.
My most popular clips are me screaming like a baby. So, if that helps
See,
you.
that happens on a weekly basis for you. That's not a subject that I talk about at all during my streams, except for that one time.
Captain Redbeard, go to hell. I told you no. Suck it. He's like, he could take a weeder to the ankle and backflip onto some razor wire, but no.
Yeah.
Instant follows. But whatever. Mocha for Life, she says, I've been streaming for 4 years and had almost 700 followers, but I'm working on building the relationships. You will see significant change in your engagement with other people and the people that come into your stream, as well as, I'm not saying that just building relationships is the only thing you need to work on, because at the same time, I'm not saying you specifically, I'm saying all of us. You also need to work on your content. The quality of your content also has to continue to improve. Our content, we something that Westphal and I really do focus on. We want to make sure that we're putting out the best content, that we're getting better, that we're entertaining in some way, shape, or form. It's one of the reasons why we do what we do. We want to be entertaining. We want to make sure that we have something of value for you guys. At the same time, we also know that we need to make sure that we nurture our community. Take care of you guys. Let you know that we appreciate you for sticking around and watching us when you can, if you can. That's really, you can't, it's not, again, community is one part of it. It's not the only part. Community is a big part of it, but it's not the only part. So when we talk about there's a lot that goes into streaming, that's what we're talking about. A big part of your beginning is going to be building relationships. But if you're building relationships and your content still sucks, no offense, you're not going to grow the way that you want to. You still have to put some of that time and effort into building yourself too. Making yourself better, making yourself more comfortable, getting comfortable behind the camera, getting comfortable saying stupid stuff and being okay with it. I'm not saying belligerent, racist, or homophobic stuff. I'm saying stupid stuff. Like, harder, daddy, or choke me. Like things
Don't
like that where it just comes
don't
out and you're
shame me.
like, yes, like um being a little comfortable to say, just kind of push the limits a little bit and have fun. Have fun, guys. Have fun.
If you weren't having fun, how are the viewers gonna have fun?
100%, man. You gotta have fun. Have fun. Enjoy the process. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be a struggle. You're gonna mess up. You're gonna fail along the way. It's normal. We do. Trust me.
You're gonna have tech issues.
We never have tech issues. What are you talking about? Pro streamers here. What are you talking about? Never any tech issues. I don't. You're lies. Lies. But yes, you're gonna have tech issues. You're gonna run into the issues, guys. But those things are gonna make you better because you learn how to fix them. You learn how to prevent them too. Sometimes. Sometimes the things are gonna happen. But yeah, man, dude, I'm happy. I'm happy to talk with you. I'm super happy for your growth, Westphal. You've been doing tremendous. Any last words you want to leave with the chat? Any words of wisdom from Westphal404?
Other than, a lot of the stuff that we've already talked about is just, be you. Don't be afraid to show yourself in your streams. People are there for you, not for the game. So the more you're going to show yourself, the more people are going to want to be there for that. So no matter what game you end up playing, people want to be there because you've put yourself out there and they like you, not the game.
100%. Unless it's World of Warcraft.
Never, Mocha. Never.
It's Westphal, dude, thank you so much for hopping on and talking with us. I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of you, the results.
Thank you.
I'm proud of watching you grow. I'm looking forward to seeing what you do in 2021 because I feel like you're going to see some amazing things from Westphal. So if you don't already follow Westphal, let me throw another shout out in there. You should be, because he streams around the same time in the mornings, 9 a.m. Eastern till 1 p.m. Eastern, Tuesday through Thursday or Friday.
Yeah, if you want to hear somebody say inappropriate things while you're at work, pull me up.
Throw out some shenanigans. Westphal is the person to do. But dude, thank you again for hopping on here.
Thank you for having me.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. We'll talk. We'll talk soon. So
yeah, for sure.